Hey guys, what's going on? I'm the FPL Penguin, and I've teamed up with Fantasy Football Focus Triple F to do a bit of a collab and talk about players, the game weeks, and just like a kind of a long video to go on his channel. So do check him out, Fantasy Football Focus. Subscribe to him, and do hopefully if you want to check me out as well on YouTube at FPL Penguin. Just simple as that on YouTube. And follow me on Twitter at FPL_Penguin with the 1 at the end, number 1. And slightly different on Instagram at FPL_Penguin. That's it. So the only difference is number 1 on Twitter, because unfortunately there's another FPL Penguin. So let's kick things off with predictions for Game Week 32 as part of this video with the collab with Triple F. So these are my predictions, score predictions, and reminds me a bit of FPL Lad. Do check FPL Lad out on YouTube. So these are my predictions. I'm going for Aston Villa versus Wolves. I'm going for Wolves to win 3-0 in this game. I think with Villa's dodgy defence, even though with the help of Reina, I don't think Aston Villa have got enough to keep Wolves out. I don't think they'll score. They'd be lucky if they scored. If there's someone that will probably score, probably Jack. You just can't stop Wolves' terrifying attack when it goes forward. I know Brighton did. Matty Ryan and goal, that 0-0 a few weeks ago. But I think the likes of Hot Jota, Big Jimmy, and Adama Traore, I think you can't stop those guys. And Doherty as well, you can't stop him. So I'm going for a 3-0 win here for Wolves. So next game, I'm going for a ball draw. Bournemouth versus Newcastle United. I can't really see anything in this, lads. I really can't see anything in this. And I'm just going for a 0-0. I really am. I think it's going to be a snooze fest. Players to watch in that I am looking closely. Fernandes. Lascelles, another one for defensive wise, but probably look at Fernandes. If you're looking for defenders, cheap defenders at the moment, look at Newcastle defenders like Fernandes. They're kind of keeping clean sheets. I know there was like a 4-0 loss to Arsenal, but do look at, if you need that cheaper, that budget defender, go for someone like Fernandes. He's good at getting set pieces and heading them in and scoring, so do look at that. So yeah, Arsenal versus Norwich instead of Newcastle then. Arsenal versus Norwich. I'm going for Arsenal to win 2-0. And I think it'll be a tough game. I think Norwich will go for it, especially trying to get out that relegation zone. But I think Arsenal will just edge it. Even though Arsenal just edged against West Ham, I think they'll edge it against Norwich. I think a 2-0. I think 2-0 win, but I think if I'm correct, Aubameyang, player to watch, obviously. He's on half form. He's the second highest goal scorer at the minute. I think he scored 2, assist 2 in the reverse fixture against Norwich. He probably could have scored 2 in the reverse fixture against Norwich early in the season, so definitely look out for him. I think he'll score in this game if this game week does go ahead. Brighton versus Manchester United. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Manchester United in this game. Bruno Fernandes, Martial, players to look out for. But definitely look out for Bruno. He's been amazing since joining United. I'm a bit jealous. He was linked for Liverpool. I would have loved him at Liverpool. I'm a big fan of him, and I hope he does well in the Premier League. Not Man United, but you know what I mean. But I hope he does well. He's doing great, so I'm happy for him. I'm a big fan of Fernandes, so definitely look at someone like him and probably get a United defender in. I think of Williams, if he's getting some games at the minute. I don't know. Wan-Bissaka is playing alright at the minute, so it wouldn't hurt to get 1 or 2 Man United players in at this very moment of time. So Crystal Palace versus Burnley, I'm going for, it's going to be a tough game. It's always a tough game when you're playing Palace at Selhurst Park. Great fans, great atmosphere. But I'm going for Burnley to win. Probably a Chris Wood goal, J. Rodriguez, if he's injured. Is he injured at the minute? Is Hot Rod injured at the minute? So it could be Chris Wood. I'm going for Chris Wood to get the goal, 1-0. Next up, Watford versus Southampton. Southampton playing dodgy at the minute. Danny Ings' form dipping last few games. I'm going for Watford to win. Sar's playing amazing. Deeney's up there. So I'm going for a 2-1 win for Watford in this game. Sheffield United versus Spurs. Another, tough place to try and get a result at. I think Newcastle got a result there, 2-0. That was some shocker. So that was early in the season. So Sheffield United, Spurs, they could be still without Bergwijn. They're definitely without Kane and Son. So it's going to be very tough for them to score. Lucas Moura's there, Ali's there, they've got. So I'm going for Sheffield United to win 1-0. I think they're legit. Next game, we've got West Ham v Chelsea. I think this is going to be quite a few goals in this game. I think over 2.5 goals in this game, and I think it's going to be a good game. I think if you probably look at players like Bowen. He's scored 1 goal already for West Ham. He's a player to watch. I would say Giroud, but I think when this time plays, Tammy Abraham may be back and Giroud might be going back on the bench. So another player to watch is Ross Barkley. He's been playing well in the last game or two with the assists or goal. He's another one to watch as well, Ross Barkley, in this game. So next one, we've got Manchester City versus Liverpool. I'm not too sure if this is the game. If we won this game, we win the title at City. Who knows? I have no idea. So believe it or not, I think City, the morale is going to be down. I think Liverpool are going to win it. They're going to be up for this game. We're going to win the league title. I'm going to say 2-1 Liverpool in this game. But I think someone like Sergio Aguero will probably score against us, or Kevin De Bruyne. But I think we'll just edge it. I think we'll edge it. And it's going to be a tough game. Always tough game, especially at City. But I think we'll edge it. I think we will. So Everton against Leicester City. Leicester City. Now it's going to be a hard game to call. But I'm going to say Everton, believe it or not. I'm going to say Everton. Part of me says Everton, part of me says draw. I can't see Leicester winning, to be honest with you. I think Ancelotti's really got them going. Okay, they lost 4-0 to Chelsea. But he wasn't on the touchline. He wasn't there to... I don't think he was. I think he got that ban, that red card at the end of the game against United. But I'm going to either go 2-1 Everton or 1-1 draw. So I'm going to just play it safe. I'm going to play it, say, a 1-1 draw in this game. For Everton versus Leicester. So those are my predictions. I hope you enjoyed the predictions. Now on to the next part of the video. So here is the next part of the video, guys. Game week 32 players to watch. So we're going to start off with 2 players in particular because they're coming up against Aston Villa defence. An Aston Villa defence that's very, very leaky at the moment. Even with rain, just helping them a tiny bit, but they're still not strong enough. I blame the back four. They should have bought another centre back in the January window that held them out. But I'm going for Big Jimmy, Jimenez, and Doherty in this game. My 2 picks for this game. I'm not doing all the games, just doing certain games for that game. We could players to watch, players you should bring in, have a look at, and so Big Jimmy and Doherty on the right wing. Sometimes playing as attacking fullback if they are playing the front 3 up front with Jota, Jimenez and Traore. If it's just Jota and Jimmy which are on the bench, then they have Doherty just moving a bit more and playing that attacking wing instead of attacking fullback with is it Johnny on the other side. I think he's still injured at the minute. I'm not sure. Not Doherty, but Johnny, I think, still injured on the left wing. But think about those 2. I think they'll cause... definitely Doherty will cause Villa some problems in that defence. So definitely look at those 2, bringing in. Next up, we've got the Arsenal versus Norwich game, which I do think is going to be quite tough, as I did say in my prediction. But I think 2-0 win for Arsenal. And I'm going for Aubameyang, Ubagini, and Saka, who's playing like a kind of attacking left-back position at the moment. So 2 players in particular look out for. Definitely a lot of people going for Aubameyang. He's amazing. He's like the second top scorer so far this season. He's second highest top scorer. So definitely look at Aubameyang. But don't rule out Saka. He's a good differential at the minute. I think he's still class of differential. Cheap as well. And if you can't fit Aubameyang in, I do recommend bringing Saka in. He can just do a lot more attacking returns as well, getting an assist here and there. So do look at him as an alternative if you can't afford Aubameyang. So 2 players there I do think will shine for Arsenal against Norwich. Next up is my favourite player for believe it or not, for Manchester United. Is Bruno Fernandes from Sporting Lisbon. The same club where they signed Nani and Cristiano Ronaldo. from years ago. So yeah, so Bruno definitely someone to look out for. He's really, since he's arrived at United, really hit top form. He's really gelled in that team. He's really done well, and I do recommend getting Bruno. I've had him for like the last two, maybe three, probably 2 game weeks now, and he's picked up the points. He's a very, very good player. I think it's about, is he in the sevens or the eights? I think he's in the eights, price tag wise in FPL. But definitely bring him in. He's quite steep, but I do think get him in. Get Bruno in. I don't know about Manchester United fixtures in the future, but Brighton away sounds a good fixture for him. Definitely get him in. Next up, we've got Troy Deeney, and Sarr versus Southampton. That's going to be a bit of a 50-50 game, this, but I think Norwich are strong enough to get a result. And being at home, Troy Deeney, you know what he's like. I can see him scoring. I think he takes penalties as well. And Sarr, since he returned, believe it or not, he scored and assisted, and he got the big points against us, Liverpool, believe it or not. Cheers, mate. But the point is, Deeney and Sarr, 2 guys in that team to look out for. Decore as well, but I put my money on Deeney and Sarr to get the points. They're really, especially Sarr, his attacking returns and how attacking he is. Definitely look out for him. West Ham v Chelsea. Bowen, new lad, scored a goal already in his last few games. So it looks like he's starting over Snodgrass now. He started over Snodgrass last few games. So I do recommend getting him in, and I've got him in at the moment. If you've watched my video on my YouTube channel, I have brought him in on a free transfer. So do get Bowen in. He's very attacking. He was Hull's best player last season and this season, so you can see why West Ham wanted him. Barkley as well, Giroud. I talk about Giroud. Tammy returns soon, and come 3rd or 4th of April, will Tammy be back? Will Giroud go back to the bench? That's a question. That's a big question mark right there. Maybe Barkley, bringing him in instead of Giroud, because both of them have been playing well last few games, Barkley and Giroud. So definitely look at those 2 or those 3 for that game. DCL, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I think his name's Dominic. Not too sure now. But we just call him Calvert-Lewin. But yeah, just DCL. He's been very good. I'm biased on Liverpool, but I think he's played very well, and he's thrived. He's thriving under Ancelotti. Ancelotti's getting the best out of him, and I do think he's someone to look out for against Leicester, playing at 50-50 at the moment. It's going to be some test, but do get him in. So this is my potential team. Possibly the team that I could be playing for game week 32. I've already done my transfers, my 2 free transfers with Bergwijn and Danny Ings going out of my team. In comes Bowen and Big Jimmy Jimenez coming in for that game week. So fingers crossed it does go ahead, and coronavirus and just disappears by then. I don't think it will, but hopefully we'll get it sorted, the government and everything, and it's just slowly disappearing, the coronavirus by then. So if it does come back that game week, this is the team I'm probably going for. I'm probably going to put the armband on Aubameyang. Aubameyang to take the armband in this game. I've gone for triple Wolves here with Traore, Jota and Jimenez against a leaky Aston Villa defence. I'm going to really think about this. If this game does go ahead, and I really do think about it, I probably might play Bowen versus Chelsea over Traore. So I'm going to have a good think about that. I'm thinking about just having one Liverpool defender going up against Man City. Trent, the better option, goes forward, takes corners, assists and stuff. So I'm going to probably just have one Liverpool defender. Sayuko, 3rd on my bench, coming against Everton. I think Everton will score quite possibly 2 goals. That's me saying it now. And then, but I've got Fabianski in there as well with save points, so we'll see what happens there. And midfield-wise, we've got Sarr and Bruno and Salah. I love Bruno. I think he's amazing. I'm a big fan of him, and I think he'll do well. against Brighton. Double Sheffield United defence coming up against Spurs. Could Lundstram start again? Could Lunny start again? I think he scored in the last game. I'm not too sure. But I hope he does start, and I hope he scores against Spurs. So that's my team. That's something, what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. That's my team, my possible game week 32 team. It could change. Transfer-wise, obviously not. But it depends if Bowen, I opt for Bowen over Traore. And if I change my captain, I just want to go for Aubameyang because I think he'll score this time. I think he'll score against, because he blanked against West Ham, but I think he'll score against Norwich. I really do. Hope it's 2 goals, to be honest with you. But I am tempted to put it on Jimenez over Aubameyang. So I'm going to have a really good think about it. So yeah, that's my team. I want to thank Fantasy Football Focus, Triple F, for this collab, for inviting me on. Hopefully get something sorted, invite him on to my channel, get his video of him talking about Game Week 32, something like that. Get something sorted. Really appreciate it. Go check out Fantasy Football Focus. He's awesome. Subscribe to this guy. Hit the subscribe button on his channel. Hit the notification bell as well on his channel. And really appreciate if you're more than welcome to come over to my channel, FPL Penguin. Simple as that. Check out my videos and please subscribe and hit the notification bell there as well. Alright guys, I've been the Penguin. Bye bye.